Y'all getting back with another live play of the Philadelphia Phillies at the New York Mets in New York City in Long Island at Sears Field. And the Phillies come to this game 21 and 25 on the season, and the Mets come game 13 and 17 on the season, guys. Can the Phillies get a win tonight? Can we win? Can the Phillies win game 2 of the 3-game series tonight? Let's see what happens here. And yeah, and breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Phillies pitcher Jose Alvarado just got sent down to the AAA, to play on the Leo Iron Pit because they want him to get better with his pitching. That's really sad for the man because he's a really good pitcher. I can't believe they did that to him, but just help him get better. So yeah, just help him get better. So I mean, okay, that's to get better. So and here goes the Phillies starting lineup right here. We got Castro, Alec Boone, Bryce Up, Nick Castellanos, Gene Segura, Reese Hoskins, JT Mill, Abdul Herrera, and Oha Camaro. So let's see what we can do here. And Bryce Hart's been carrying this team, and we still can't get no wins. Oh, that's just saying something right there. That's just saying a whole lot of things, y'all. All right, let's get this game started, y'all. And the starting pitcher for the Phillies tonight will be Zach Efron, and the starting pitcher for the Mets will be Onan Walker. So first up the bat, we had Kyle Schwarber coming up the bat for the Phillies. No Phillies players on base. 0 outs. Top of the first. Here we go. And so Onan Walker got a pitch from Kyle right into his catcher's zone. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. And so Onan Walker got another pitch coming up for Kyle. Right into his catcher's glove yet again. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-0. And I'm going to tell y'all that the Blues are wearing their away gray jerseys and the Mets are wearing their blue jerseys. So, and Northern Water got another pitch coming to Kyle. Right into his catcher's glove yet again. Kyle's trying to swing at that one. So that's a strike 1. That's a 2-1. And Northern Water got another pitch coming for Kyle. Oh, that hit the dirt right there. And that's a ball. And that's a 3-1. Castro is batting 190, guys. Batting average not good for him. And Jordan Walker got another pitch coming for Kyle. He tried to swing at that one. Why you swing at that, Kyle? That's a strike 2. That's a 3-2. That's a full count. He's average 3-14. Wow. And Jordan Walker got another pitch coming for Kyle. He swings at that one. That's a foul ball. That's not only just 1 foul ball. That's 2 foul balls. And 21 got another pitch coming for Kyle. And Kyle Schwarber is walked. Kyle Schwarber is walked and will advance to first base. Alright. Coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Alec Boone coming up to bat for the Phillies. No, 1 Philly player on base. One Philly player on base. 0 outs. Top of the first. Here we go. And Jordan got a pitch to Alex. Get ready for it. Alex swings at that one. And that's a foul ball. That's a foul ball. And that's 0-1. Oh, you got the best in last night, man. So that's not baseball, y'all. John Walker got another pitch. Another one got another pitch coming up. Pitch over to Pete Alonso. Make sure that Castro can get off the first base bag. There you go. So I said, well, got a pitch coming for y'all to get ready. Alex swing at that one. No, catch it, don't catch it, don't catch it. No. And Alec Bohm is out. And Caswell tried to make it to second base before he got tagged. And he made it to second base in time. And Caswell is safe. Caswell took up money. He tried to make sure he got to second base before somebody tagged him. Before he got tagged by Mr. Lindor. So coming up next to that, MVP. Two-time MVP. Bryce Harper coming to the bat for the Phillies. We got 144 on second base. 1 out. Top of the first. Here we go. And Bryce Harper batting 313, y'all. And 21 got a pitch coming for Bryce. Right into his catcher's gun. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. Yeah, then I'll let y'all know a little thing. Bryce Harper's my favorite baseball player on the Phillies, so that's why I got his jersey, yo. And 21 we got another pitch coming for you, Bryce. Bryce swings at that one. That one right to the stands. That's strike one. That's a 1-1. And let me give you a little tip, guys. I got this Bryce Harper jersey from Jersey Falls. Customized the jersey from Jersey Falls. So I went over to click on the NFL, NHL, and MLB. And I went over there and I clicked on customized baseball jersey. I had a picture of Bryce Harper jersey, which was the woman one. And I put that picture for the front jersey and back jersey. And then when I customized it, I put his name and number. Then they customized it and it only took it was free shipping. It took 10 to 30 business days for it. I forgot how much it cost, but I mean, it took 10 to 30 business days. So, they had to customize it because the real actual, jersey, the picture that was online. And it called Lusty when you get it, if you get it from the MLBshop.com. So when it came, it was all nice and everything. It fits good too. Nice quality too. And so they're doing a picture for Bryce. That's a ball too. That's a 2-1. And Bryce Harper tried to run in time, but he couldn't. And Bryce Harper is out. But Kyle Schwarber advances, and Kyle Schwarber was running, and Kyle Schwarber advances to third base. So I just want to let y'all know that a little bit. That's where you can get cheap baseball jerseys. I spent a whole bunch of money out on MLBshop.com for baseball jerseys that cost a whole lot of money. Coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Nick Castellanos. Coming up to bat for the Phillies. We got 154 on third base, 2 outs, top of the first. Here we go. So the got a pitch coming for Nick. Nick swings at that one. That's strike one. That's 0-1. And Nick Castellanos is one of our power hitter. One of our players that he's one of our players that got power, so he can hit the baseball real far. And talking about getting the pitch coming up for Nick Castellanos, swings at that one. It's going on, and he caught it again. And that's the third out for the Phillies. We got a scoreless game, ladies and gentlemen. We got a scoreless game. And we move on to the bottom of the first, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the Mets turn at the bat. Let's see what the Mets can do. It was their turn at the bat at the bottom of the first. And yeah, let's see what happens with that. The commercial, we can wait till the game come back on. So what I do in the commercials and stuff, I play like a little game on the Switch until the game comes back on. Just to do a little something, Alright guys, we have the batting order for the Mets right now. We have Lewis Gilmore, Starman Realty, Francisco Lando, Peter Alonso, Jeff McNeil, Eduardo Escobar, Masteryhi, Dominic Smith, and Patrick McCooney. So that's the start. That's the start line. That's the batting order for the Mets. So let's see how this is gonna go, ladies and gentlemen. And we got Zach Eflin pitching. So yeah. So coming up the bat for the Mets, we have Lewis Gilmore. Coming up the bat for the Mets, we got no Mets players on base. 0 outs. Bottom first. Here we go. Zach Eflin do a pitch up for Lewis. Right side catches go. That's strike. And he swings at that one. That's strike one. That's 0-1. And Zach Eflin do another pitch up for Lewis. He swings at that one. That's strike two. That's 0-2. Oh, Lewis Gilmore's in 324. All right, let's see if Zach can get him striked out here. And Zach Eflin got another pitch coming up for Lewis. And he swings at that one. Oh, it went right into the grass. And the ball can get back in play in no time. And Lewis Gilmore advances to first base. The Phillies defense is not doing so good right now. Can't get the ball back in play. That's one thing we know about the Phillies, that they can't get the ball back in play. And that's one thing they can never do. Okay, who's coming up next? And next we have Starman Realty coming up the bat for the Mets. We got one Mets player on first base. 0 outs. Bottom of the first. Here we go. Seven to a pitch of the Stern. Goes right into our catcher's glove. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. So the Stern running on the Mets is batting 274. He must be having a good season. There's a number one NL East, which I figured out. And the Phillies are third NL East, which is in top three. Thank God for them. And we got another pitch coming up for Starling, and he swings at that one. And that's a strike one. That's a 1-1. And we got another pitch coming up for Sterling. He swings at that one. Come on, Nick Castellanos. Caught that. Good catch by Nick Castellanos. And Sterling Runty is out. Look at that replay. Nick has caught that one. That's a good play. Who's coming up next? Coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Francisco Lando. Coming up the bat for the Mets, we got one Mets player on first base. 1 out. Bottom of the first, here we go. Second to his first pitch up for Francisco. And he swings at that one. And that's strike one. That's 0-1. And Francisco is batting 253. He must have had a good season for his team. And Zach Evans got another pitch coming up for Francisco. He swings at that one. That's strike two. That's 0-2. And Zach Evans got another pitch coming up for Francisco. He swings at that one. That's a foul ball. That's 2 foul balls. And the last thing is this year was having 3-3-3. Well, that's good for him. And Zach Evans got another pitch coming up for Francisco. Our catcher caught that one. That's a ball. That's a 1-2. Zach Evans thinking what kind of pitch he gonna use for Francisco this time. And he throws it. Our catcher caught it. And that's a ball 2. That's a 2-2. And Zach Evans got another pitch coming up for Francisco. And that's strike 3. And Francisco Lindor is out. And the Mets just got the second out in this game. One more out, and one more out, and we're in the inning. Coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Pete Alonso coming up to bat for the Mets. We got one Mets player on first base, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Here we go. So we got a pitch coming up for Pete. He swings at that one. When Alex Bone got it, he throws to the first. And that's 3 outs on the Mets. And we still got a scoreless game, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the end of the first. And we're moving on to the second inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies turn up the bat. Let's see what the Phillies can do with their turn up the bat at the top of the second. Both teams were playing really good, but no either team when it was their turn to get anybody to home plate to score a run. So let's see what the Phillies gonna do with the top of the second inning. See, maybe they can get men on bases, get around the bases, get some runs. Maybe get the lead and kick the game off. We'll see. Even though it's not based on the way, guys, but in Disney Channel news, we heard is that the new Zombies 3 movie is going to be coming out on Disney Plus. So they said the Zombies 3 movie is going to be coming out on Disney Plus. It's also going to come out. It's just going to be shown on Disney Channel as well, but it's going to be on Disney. It's going to be Disney Channel and Disney Plus. So, which that's kind of like another thing, but that's just Disney Channel news. And the game's back on, ladies and gentlemen. So we got Gene Segura coming up the bat for the Phillies. We got no Philly players on base. 0 outs. Top of the second. Here we go. Turns around Walker to the pitch up for Gene. And he swings at that one. That's strike 1. That's on 1. Turns around Walker got another pitch coming for Gene. Right in his catcher's gone. And that's a ball. And that's a 1-1. And Tony Walker do another pitch up for Gene. Right in the catcher's gone. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-1. And so the one got no pitch coming for G. He swings at that one. Oh, the outfielder is going to throw in the first. And G, Segura is out. Now to wait for the Phillies to start off the inning. We're getting G, Segura strike it out. And now to wait for G, Segura to start off. Just getting strikes out. So next we have coming up the bat. Next coming up the bat for the Phillies, we have Rhys Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins coming to the bat for the Phillies. No Phillies players on base. One out. Top of the second. Here we go. And Jordan Walker threw a pitch up to Rhys. Right to catch his glove. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. And during this season, Rhys Hoskins batting .224. And he gets batting average a little bit higher because he gets striked out in every game. And Jordan Walker threw a pitch up for Rhys. Right and Rhys swings to that one. That's strike one. That's a 1-1. And Jordan Walker got another pitch coming up for Rhys. Rhys swings at that one. And that's a foul ball. That's a foul ball, so that's a 1-2. And Jordan Walker got another pitch coming up for Rhys. Right, his catch is go. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-2. And Jordan Walker got another pitch coming up for Rhys. Right into his catch is go. That's a ball 3. That's a 3-2. That's a full count. If you just tuned in, we're doing a live paper-plate coverage of the Phillies at the Mets. So, game number 2 of the 3-game series. If you enjoy baseball, then thanks for tuning in. And then we'll get a picture for the Rhys. He swings at that one, and Sister Leno caught that one. And Rhys Hoskins is out. And if anybody comes into the stream, if you're a baseball fan, if you're a Phillies fan or a Mets fan or just a fan of baseball in general, then thanks for tuning in. Alright. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we had JT Ramirez coming up to bat for the Phillies. No Phillies players on base. 2 outs. Top of the second. Here we go. And Tony Walker threw a pitch up from JT. He swings at that one. And the outfielder is going to catch that one. And that ball was still out of play. Couldn't get back in time. And JT Ramirez didn't start first. The ball can get back in time. And JT Ramirez runs to second. And he turns back and stops at second. And JT Ramirez stops at second base. And I guess, the Mets outfield is going to do the point on that play. But I play JT got on second base. That's what I'm like about that. Coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Abdul Herrera. Abdul Herrera coming up the bat for the Phillies. You got 1 Philly player on second base, 2 outs, top of the second. Here we go. Abdul Herrera is batting .284 this season. He had 3 home runs, so he's one of the people one of our players that can hit home runs and stuff. So, yeah. And when Jordan Walker got a pitch coming up for Abdul, he just swings at that one. And that is a foul ball, and that's 0-1. Alright, so RJ Walker got another pitch coming for you. Dude, get ready. Right into his catcher's glove. And that's a ball. That's a 1-1. You gotta make sure that dude don't be swinging at crazy pitches, man. You gotta hit something in the strike to maybe hit a home run or get on base, So we gotta you gotta hit something that will advance the runner JT to the third base. You gotta hit something good to advance and race him. So Tony Walker threw a pitch up for Dude. He swings at that one. He swings at that one. And that's a foul ball. And that's a 1-2. This is Roger Wall. Got no pitch coming from Abdul. He swings at that one. And it's still another foul ball, and we're still at 1, and it's still 1-2. And so Roger Wall got no pitch coming from Abdul. The running catch goes hits the dirt, and that's a ball 2, and that's a 2-2. You're going to tell you I got no pitch coming from Abdul. He swings at that one. Oh, the catcher gets on first base. The pitcher gets on first base. And that is 3 outs for the Phillies right there. Sorry about that, guys. That there right there. And that's 3 outs for the Phillies, guys. For the Phillies. And it's still a scoreless game, ladies and gentlemen. Still a scoreless game. And it's still a scoreless game. So we move on to the bottom of the second, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets' turn at the bat. Let's see what the Mets can do with their turn at the bat at the bottom of the second. Right, and the dude ran to the guy on base. He didn't even advance the runner with JT, so then he just left a man on base. Not this commercial right here, guys. This commercial has the guy Tanner from Vote the People, who aka plays what's the guy name? He plays Finn, and you know his kid might come back, so that's a plus in the head right there. So back with guys. So coming up the bat for the Mets, we have Jeff Neal coming up the bat for the Mets. We got no Mets players on base, 0 outs. Bottom of the second, here we go. And Zach Eflin just do a pitch up for Jeff. He swings at that one. That's strike 1. That's on 1. And Zach Eflin got another pitch coming up for Jeff. And a catcher called that one. And that's a ball. That's a 1-1. And I'm watching this game, guys, on Fox, so we're going to get them there. Then we're doing another pitch up for Jeff. One, 1 catch is good. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-1. And Zach will do another picture for Jeff, and he swings at that one. And that's a foul ball, and that's a 2-2. And Jeff is batting 319. He must be doing good this season for his team. That's why they the top of the NL East. So the Evan got no pitch coming for Jeff. Right now, catcher's gone. That's a ball 3. That's a 3-2. That's a full count. So we got no pitch coming up for Jeff. He swings it down. Come on, Kyle, catch that one. Kyle's going to call that one. And Jeff McNeil is out. Right, next up the bat for the Mets, we have Eduardo Escobar coming at the bat for the Mets. No Mets players on base. 1 out. Bottom of the second. Here we go. And Zach, we got a pitch coming up for Eduardo. Right side catch is gone. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. And Eduardo Escobar is batting 225 this season. Yeah, you know the fans love him, so. And Zach Evans got another pitch coming up for Eduardo. He swings at that one. And that's a foul ball. And that's a 1-1. We got another pitch coming up for Eduardo. He tried to swing at that, and he swings at that one. And he swings at that one. And that's another foul ball. That's a 1-2. And we got another pitch coming up at Eduardo. Around that catch is done. And that's a ball. And that's a ball. And that's a 2-2. And then we got another pitch coming up at Eduardo. He swings at that one. One catch. That hits right in the dirt. And Eduardo Escobar advances to first base. This was a little bit far behind that. I don't know why the dude here in the outfit didn't catch that one. We just got a man on base, so. All right, coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Masteryhi coming up to bat for the Mets. We got one Mets player on first base, 1 out, bottom of the second. Here we go. And once again, he's batting 293 in the season. His team is that ever do a pitch up for Mark, right? And he swings at that one. That's strike 1. That's on 1. I know that we can strike these Met players out. He's gotta try. Is that we got another pitch coming for Mark? Right into our catch is gone. That's a ball. That's a 1-1. and pick up to the first base having. And now Zach will do another picture with the retouching. And then they picked up. They picked up one Escobar yet again. We got that pitch coming right that catch is gone. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-1. We got another pitch coming from right that catch is gone. And that's a strike 2. And that's a 2-2. That's a ball. Wait, that's a strike 2. That's a 2-2. Yeah. And then we got another pitch coming up from Mark. Right, that catch is gone. That's a ball 3. That's a 3-2. That's a full count. So we got another pitch coming from Mark. He swings at that one. Right into the dirt. The ball's out of still not getting back and play enough time. And the Water Escobar advances to third base. And Mark Jahan advances to first base. The Phillies defense is not good at throwing the baseball back in time. They can catch it in the outfield, but they can't throw it back in time to stop the runner. All right, coming up next to bat for the Mets, we got Dominic Smith coming up to bat for the Mets. We got Mets players on first base and third base. 1 out. Bottom of the second. Here we go. And Dominic Smith batting 198. Not good advantage for him. And Zach going to do a pitch up for Dominic. Right into our catcher's gun. He swings at that one. And that's a strike 1. That's 0-1. And Jay, we got another pitch coming up for Dominic. He swings at that one. Then play somebody catch in. And the dude caught that one. And the dude caught that one. And Dominic Smith is out. But he couldn't throw the ball in time, back in time. And Water Escobar runs to home plate and scores a run. And the score is the Phillies have 0 runs. The Mets got 1 run. And the Mets are on the board to kick off the bottom of the second. See, we should do the baseball back in time. We called it so we can stop that run from the water, but we didn't. So now they're on the board. Coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Patrick McCure coming to bat for the Mets. We got one Mets player on first base, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Here we go. And Zach Evans do a pitch up for Patrick. And he swings at that one. That's strike 1. That's 0-1. That's good. They're batting 240. This time we're good because They'll use him a lot in their rotation. In their rotation. Is that we got no pitch coming up for Patrick? And that's a ball. That's a 1-1. Is that it? We got no pitch coming up for Patrick. Try to swing at that one. Try to swing at that one. So that's a strike 2. That's a 1-2. Is that it? We got no pitch coming up for Patrick. Runs and catches gum. And that was a ball 2. That's a 2-2. And that's 3 outs for the Mets right there. That's 3 outs for the Mets right there. And yeah. And the still scoreless game, ladies and gentlemen. Still scoreless game, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the end of the second. That's the end of the second. So we move on to the third inning, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Phillies' turn at the bat. Let's see what the Phillies can do. It's their turn at the bat at the top of the third. Hey guys, we're back now. Shout out to the one person watching the stream. So coming up the bat for the Phillies, we got Juan Camaro coming up the bat for the Phillies. We got no big players on base. 0 outs. Top of the third. Here we go. And Tawanda Walker do a pitch for he swings at that one. That's a strike 1. That's on 1. And 21 do another pitch up for Luan. He swings at that one. That's strike 2. That's a 5 ball. That's 0-2. And Coelho is batting .260 this season, guys. Yeah, Peter, and look at that, but he was getting right there. And the ones they walk got another pitch coming up for And that's a ball. That's a 1-2. And so you got another pitch coming up. And that is strike three. And hold on, Camigo is out. And coming up the bat for the Phillies, we had Kyle Swan coming up the bat for the Phillies. No players on base. One out. Top of the third. Here we go. And Georgie Walker to a pitch up for Kyle. He swings at it. That's strike one. That's 1-1. Shout out to the TV watching the stream. Thank you for the one life. And Georgie Walker got another pitch coming up for Kyle. Right in the catcher's glove. That's a ball. That's a 1-1. And Georgie Walker got another pitch coming up for Kyle. Right into the catcher's glove. And that's a ball two. And that's a 2-1. And Jay Walker got no pitch coming up for Kyle. He swings at that one. Uncle Tom Peter try to get it. Oh, got the first base in time. And Kyle Swover is out. So coming up next, the bat for the Phillies. We have Alec Boone coming up the bat for the Phillies. We got no players on base. 2 outs. Top of the third. Here we go. Georgie Walker to a pitch up for Allen. He swings at that one. That's strike one. That's on 1. Georgie Walker got no pitch for Allen. The catcher caught that one. That's a ball. That's a 1-1. And Georgie Walker got no pitch coming for Allen. And the catcher caught that one. That's a ball 2. That's a 2. And Georgie Walker got no pitch coming for Allen. He swings at that one. That's a foul ball. That's foul. That's 2. And that's a 2-2. And Georgie Walker got no pitch coming for Allen. The catcher caught that one. That's a ball 3. That's a 3-2. That's a full count. And Georgie Walker got no pitch coming up for Allen. He swings at that one. That's a foul ball. It's still 3-2. And Georgie Walker got no pitch coming for Allen. He swings at that one. Oh, no, catch it, Oh, and he caught that one. And that's 3 outs for the Phillies. So the score is the Phillies have 0 runs, the Mets have 1 run. And we move on to the bottom, and the Mets are on top. We move on to the bottom of the third, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets' turn at the bat. Let's see what the Mets can do with their turn at the bat at the bottom of the third. Hey guys, we're back. And the room is on. So coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Lewis Gilmore. Lewis Gilmore coming up the bat for the Mets. We got no other players on base. One out. Bottom of the third. Here we go. Is that it? We got a pitch coming up for Lewis. The right side catcher's gun. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. Is we got another pitch coming up for Lewis. Right side catcher's gun. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-0. And then we got another pitch coming up for Lewis. Right side catcher's gun. That's a ball 3. That's a 3-0. And then we got another pitch coming up for Lewis. That's strike 1. That's a 3-1. And then we got another pitch coming for Lewis. Right now catches gun. And Lewis Gilmore is walked. Lewis Gilmore is walked and will advance to first base. Alright, coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Starlin Monty. Coming up the bat for the Mets, we got one Mets player on first base, one out, bottom of the third, here we go. So we got a pitch coming up for Starlin. Right now catches gun. And he tries to with that one. And that is strike 1, that's on 1. And that everybody got a pitch coming up for Sterling. He swings at that one. Oh, that one caught that. Throw the second base. Throw the single. Throw the 3 times in the first base, and that's 3 outs. And that's 3 outs. And the score is the Phillies have 0 runs. The Mets have 1 run. And that is the end of the third, ladies and gentlemen. And we're moving on to the 4th inning, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the Phillies' turn at the bat. Let's see what the Phillies can do. It's their turn at the bat at the top of the 4th. Alright, the game's back on, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. This is batting first. Coming up the bat for the Phillies. We had two-time MVP Vice Harper coming up the bat for the Phillies. We got no fake players on base. 0 outs. Top of the fourth. Here we go. And Jordan Walker to the pitch up for Vice. He swings at that one. That's strike one. That's 0-1. And so once they work, got no pitch coming up for Vice. He swings at that one. That's a foul ball. And that's 0-2. And Vice Harper is 0. My favorite player Vice Harper is 0-1. 0-1 for this game. He's 0 for 1. Not looking good for him. And 21 got no pitch coming up for Vice. He swings it that way. Hits the dirt. And Vice Harper advances. But that's a base. That's a single. And Vice Harper advances to first base. Coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we got Nick Castellanos coming to bat for the Phillies. We got one big player on first base, 0 outs, top of the fourth. Here we go. Jonathan Walker to a pitch up for Nick. And Nick, when they do a pitch up for Nick, Nick swings at that one. That's strike one. That's 0-1. And Nick got for the two lights. And Nick is just 0 for 1 with a fly on the first. Not good for him. Jonathan Walker got no pitch coming up for Nick. Right, and the catch is good. That's a ball. That's a 1-1. And he tried to do that pick off a 10, but it didn't work, so, you know. And 21 got a pitch coming up for Nick. He swings at that one. And Vice Harper advances to second base. And that was a base hit for Nick Castellanos. Nick Castellanos advances to first base. Alright, coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Gene Segura coming to bat for the Phillies. We have 3 players on first base and second base, 0 outs, top of the fourth. Here we go. He goes 0 for 1 with a ground out. Nothing good for him. And 21 got a pitch coming up for Gene. Right into the catcher's glove. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. So 21 got a pitch coming up for Gene. Right in the catcher's glove. And that's a strike one. That's a 1-1. And 21 got a pitch coming up for Gene. He swings at that one. That's a foul ball. That's a 1-2. And 21 got no pitch coming for Gene. He swings at that one. And that is called. Vice is going Vice 1-1. And Gene Segura is out. And Vice Harper advances to third base. Coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we have Reese Hoskins. Reese Hoskins coming to the bat for the Phillies. We have 3 players on first base and third base. 1 out. Top of the 4th. Here we go. Okay, Tennessee Walker got a pitch coming up for you. Reese, get ready. Washington catches go. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. Reese Hoskins is 0 for 1. Line out in second. That's not good for him. And Tennessee Walker got a pitch coming up for Reese. He swings at that one. And that's a foul ball, and that's a 1-1. And Tennessee Walker got the pitch coming for Reese. He swings at that one. That's another foul ball, and that's a 1-2. And Tennessee Walker got the pitch up for Reese. He swings at that one. There's another foul ball, and it is still 1-2. And Tennessee Walker got the pitch up for Reese. He swings at that, and the catcher caught that one. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-2. And Tennessee Walker tried to do a pickoff attempt. I do the baseball over to Pete Alonso. Makes that James to go and get out the first base bag. This kid's gonna get out the first base bag. And so you want to do the pitch up for Reese. That ball the ball went into the dirt. And that's a 3-2. That's a full count. And I try another pickoff attempt. And Tony wanted to roll over to Pete Alonso to make sure that Nick Castellanos get off the first base bag for the second time. And Tony Ward got no pitch coming up for Reese. He swings that one. And that ball was out of play, I think so. That's a foul. That's a foul ball. And it's still 3-2. Okay, I think my choice is okay, because I would have been, really nothing. We don't need anybody getting hurt again. We got the elbow, we don't need the foot. And so you got the pitch go to Reese. He swings at that one. Another foul ball. Still 3-2. Oh, so you got something. It's something that will actually make a hit a home run if you got to. Man, keep fouling. I don't know what you're going to be having in this game. And then you look at the jump and release. And that's ball 4. And Reese Hoskins is walked. Reese Hoskins is walked and will advance to first base. And Nick Castellanos will advance to second base. Coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have JT Rento. And we have Phillies players on first. We have the bases loaded for the Phillies. When we got one out, top of the 4th, here we go. Well, JT, get your teammate right over to the home plate so we score one. JT averaging 255 in the season. We got 4 grand slams. All right, 21 got a pitch coming from JT. He swings at that one. That's strike 1. That's on 1. JT got a pitch coming up from JT. Right in the dirt. Come on, Bryce. Get the home plate. Come on. Yes. Come on, Nick Cassidy, get the home plate again. It's 2. And Reese Hoskins advances to second base. And Nick Castellanos advances. Reese Hoskins advances to second base. And JT Memento advances to first base. And the score is the Phillies have 2 runs, the Mets have 1 run. Now the Phillies take the lead in the top of the 4th. That's an error. That's an error in the Mets right there. So coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Adu Herrera. We have Phillies players on first base and second base. One out, top of the 4th. Here we go. And Georgie Wall got a pitch coming up for Adu. Right in the catcher's glove. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. And Georgie Wall got another pitch coming up for Adu. He tried a butt move. That didn't work. That's ball 2. That's a 2-0. And Adu Herrera is 0 for 1 in this game. It's 0 for 4, 0 for 1 in this game. Not good for him. Don't be shy, guys. Just, you can talk in the chat. You can let me know if you hear now. And so the one got another pitch coming up for Adu. He swings that one. That's an 5-5-0. And Adu Herrera is out. Coming up next, the bat for the Phillies, we got Wilhelm Cabrera. Coming to the bat for the Phillies, we got Phillies players on first base and second base. 2 outs, top of the fourth. Here we go. And John walking to the pitch for right in catches down. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. And Johnny Walker got another pitch coming up for home. Right, his catch is good. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-0. And Cabrera is 0 for 1. That's not good. Not good right for him. And Johnny Walker got another pitch coming up for Ho-Hun. The catcher caught that one. That's a ball 3. That's a 3-0. You guys have to fit the phone. So I want to, the phone down and cut and start the stream. So. And Johnny Walker got another pitch coming up for Ho-Hun. And Wilhelm Cabrera is walked and will advance to first base. So Reese Hoskins will advance to third base. JT Miller will advance to second base. And Wilhelm Cabrera will advance to first base. So coming up next in the bat for the Phillies, we got Kyle Swim coming up at the bat. We got bases loaded situation for the Phillies. We got 2 outs, top of the fourth. Here we go. So Walker got a pitch coming up for Kyle. And he tried to swing at that one. That is strike 1. That's 0-1. That's foul. That's a foul ball. That's 0-1. The catcher literally got hit by something. And he was like holding so damn good. And Castro is 0 for 1 in this game. Guys, I played the PSVita Show 22. That game was fun. One of my characters too, the Ages was been ready. I'm trying to get my second character to AAA, which is 10 minutes to AAA because he's playing for he's part of the LA Angels organization. He's on our AAA team, the transferring, so he's trying to get up there to the AAA team. So. Alright. And so you got Walker got no pitch coming to Kyle. He swings at that one. Because he didn't caught that one. And that's 3 outs for the Phillies. And the score is the Phillies have 2 runs. The Mets have 1 run. And moving on to the bottom of the fourth, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets' turn at the bat. Let's see what the Mets can do. It's their turn at the bat at the bottom of the fourth. And back on, ladies and gentlemen. We have Patrick. We have Francisco Randall coming to bat for the Mets. We got no Mets fans on base. 0 outs. Bottom of the board. Here we go. And Zach Evans did a pitch up from Francisco. And he swings to that one. That's strike one. That's on one. Then Zach Evans did another pitch up from Francisco. He swings to that one. That's a foul. That's a foul ball. That's 0-2. Zach Evans got another pitch coming from Francisco. Right into that catcher's glove. That's a ball. That's a 1-2. And Evans got another pitch coming from Francisco. Right into that catcher's glove. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-2. And Zach Evans do another pitch up for Francisco. Right into that catcher's glove. That's a ball 3. That's a 3-2. That's a full count. And Francisco Lando is 0 for 1 in this game. Not a good night for him. And Zach Evans got another pitch coming up for Francisco. And that's ball 4. And Francisco Lando is walked. And will advance to first base. First time I got the most home runs in 2019. 93 to Vice Over. And we got 118. Dang, got one who wants to Vice Over. We're coming up next to bat for the Mets. We have Pete Alonso coming up to bat for the Mets. We got one Mets player on first base. 0 outs. Bottom of the fourth. Here we go. And they try to pick and is able to do a ball to try to pick up Tim, throw the ball over to Reese Hoskins to make sure that Francisco Lando get up the first base bag. Is that if we got a base coming up for Pete? Ryan try to catch his glove. And that's strike 1. That's on 1. It's about to rain in you. Is that if we do another pitch up for Pete? Right into the catch. Right. He swings at that one. That's strike 2. And that's 0-2. And we do another pick opportunity. And Zach Evans moving the ball over to the right side to make sure Francisco Lando get off the first base bag yet again. I gotta start raining New York. Oh, it's raining! Oh my God, I'm gonna have to rain late this game finally. If it gets any more heavier. We in New York, right? And Zach Evans got a pitch coming up for Pete. He swings at that one. Goes right into the dirt. And it's running all the way to third base. And Francisco Lando starts at third base. And Pete Alonso advances to first base. Yeah, the Phillies always just was terrible on that play. Can't you knew this. Coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Jeff McNeil coming up to bat for the Mets. We got Mets players on first base and third base, 0 outs. Bottom of the fourth, here we go. And Zach Evans got a piece coming up for Jeff. And the catcher caught that one, and that's a ball. That's a 1-0. And let's see, the Jeff is batting .375. And he's 0 for 1 in this game. And so we got that piece coming up from Jeff. Right, that catches up, the ball hit the dirt. And that is strike 2. And that's ball 2. That's 0-2. And that's a ball 2. That's a 2-0. It's raining hard. Damn you. Woo. Yes, you know, you're gonna play in the rain, right? We play baseball in the rain, huh? I guess what we're doing. Is that it? We got another piece coming up for Jeff. Right now, catch is good. No, and Jeff tries to swing that one. That's strike 1. That's a 2-1. It's raining down in New York. They still gonna play some baseball in the rain. And so we got a piece coming up for Jeff. And Jeff tried to swing that one. And that's strike 2. And that's 0-2. And that's a 2-2. And so we got that piece coming up for Jeff. He swings that one, hits right on the upper deck. That ball's going, gone. Solo home run for Jeff McNeil. His third home run of the season. And Zach Evans did a walk-off home run. And now the score is the Phillies had 2 runs. The Mets had 4 runs. And the Mets have taken the lead in the bottom of the 4th. This is not looking good for the Phillies right now. It's not looking good for us right now. Alright, coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Walter Escobar coming to bat for the Mets. We got no Mets players on base, 0 outs. To the bottom of the 4th, here we go. And Zach Evans do a pitch up for Walter. And our catcher caught it. And that's a ball. That's a 1-0. And then Zach Evans got another pitch coming up for Eduardo. And that's a ball 2. That's a 2-0. People starting to just leave because it's getting rain. And they're like, nope, we gone. They're leaving. And Zach Evans got another pitch coming up for Eduardo. He swings at that one. And that's a foul ball. And that's a 2-1. Hey, everybody just gone. Like, nope. Is that we got another pitch coming up for Escobar. So we never, oh, catch it. Oh, and hold on, I couldn't catch that one. That's another foul ball, so that's a 2-2. Everybody leaving the game because it's raining. They like, nope, we ain't getting wet. So you can't sit out you stay out in the rain, you're gonna catch pneumonia for that one. See, when the baseball gets wet like that, it's hard to catch it in the glove. And Zach Ever got another pitch coming up for Eduardo. He swings at that one, catch Nick. And then Castellano caught that one. And Eduardo Escobar is out. That's the TV watching this thing. Thank you for the 2 likes. Coming up next to bat for the Mets. Coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Mark Shanahan coming up the bat for the Mets. We got no Met players on base. 1 out, 5 on the 4th. Here we go. And Zach Efron got a pitch coming up from Mark. Ryan tried to catch his gun. And he tried to swing that one. Mark tried to swing that one. That's strike 1. That's on 1. And Zach Efron got another pitch coming up from Mark. He swings at that one. That's strike 2. That's a foul. That's a foul ball. That's 0-2. And Zach Efron got another pitch up from Mark. That ball hits the dirt. And that's a ball. That's a 1-2. This is amazing. That side is that. The other side, people just like, they're not trying to get. And Zach Efron got another pitch coming from Mark. Ryan tried to catch his gun. And that is strike 3. And Mark Shanahan is out. Who that guy's about to find right. Then we got Dominic Smith coming up the bat for the Mets. We got no Mets players on base. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Here we go. Who's that? We got a pitch coming up for Dominic. Right. And he tried to swing at that one. And that's a strike 1. And that's a 0-1. And Zach Efron got another pitch for Dominic. He swings at that, and he swings at that one. And that's a foul ball. And that's 0-2. And Zach Efron got another pitch coming up for Dominic. That's another foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And Zach Efron got another pitch coming for Dominic. He swings at that one. It's good. Reese South County gets on base. And Dominic Smith is out. And that's 3 outs for the Mets. And the score is the Phillies have 2 runs, the Mets have 4 runs, and that is the end of the fourth, ladies and gentlemen. And we're moving on to the fifth inning, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the Phillies' turn to bat. Let's see what the Phillies can do. It's their turn to bat at the top of the fifth. Okay. Alright, so guys, so now it's the Phillies turn of the bat. Let's see, Phillies can so turn the bat at the top of the six. And the score is the Phillies have 2 runs, the Mets have 7 runs. The Mets can lead against the Mets got more runs in the fifth inning. So that's kind of bad. And the Mets got a new pitcher, Collins Holderman. Let's see. Hope I hope the Phillies don't get struck out by him. And we got Reese Houston coming to bat for the Phillies. We got no big players on base. 2 outs, top of 6. Here we go. And Cole holding it to a pitch up to Reese. He swings at that one. That's strike one. That's 0-1. 0-1 to walk in the corner. And Carl holding it got a pitch. Another pitch coming up for Reese. Catcher caught that one. That's a ball. That's a 1-1. Wow. And Collins holding it got another pitch coming up for Reese. There's a strike 2. That's a 1-2. And Calvin Holder got another pitch coming up for Reese. He's swinging that one. That's strike 3, and Reese Hoskins is out. Let's start with the free agent page. I give you all these free agents. Man, that's all involved, and it's bad. That jump edge, oh, he ain't no help. Joe, like, him, my guy, I don't know if he's gonna keep his job after this season. I don't even know. Coming next to bat for the Phillies, we had JT Realmuto coming to bat for the Phillies. We got no players on base. 1 out, top of 6, here we go. And Collins goes him into a pitch up for JT. And the catcher caught that one, and that's a ball. That's a 1-0. And it's 2 for 2 in the game. It's the nice stuff in you, I think I say. All the fans came in and Colin Hunter is the pitch up from JT swing to that one. And that is strike 3. And JT Realmuto is out. Coming next to bat for the Phillies, we got doing her work. Coming to bat for the Phillies, we got no players on base, 2 outs, top of 6, here we go. And Collins holding to a pitch of Badu. And that's a strike one. And he swings at that one. That's a strike one. That's on one. And Collins holding into another pitch up for Badu. That's strike two. That's strike two. That's on two. And Collins holding into another pitch up for Badu. That's a ball. That's a 1-2. Here's another thing. Here's the rule I was saying before, guys. Anybody with inappropriate name will get the channel hidden. So if your channel name is inappropriate, you will get hidden. This is a sports live play-by-play. This is not a romantic live stream. And that's three strikes off of the Phillies. So the score is the Phillies have 2 runs, the Mets have 7 runs. And we move on to the bottom of the 6th, ladies and gentlemen. And we move to the bottom of the 6th, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets' turn at the bat. Let's see what the Mets can do with their turn at the bat at the bottom of the 6th. Whoever that score is Coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Masteryhi coming up the bat for the Mets. Got no Mets players on base, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, here we go. Masteryhi is 1 for 2 in the game. Is that ever got a pitch coming down for a moment? He swings at that one. Come on, Nick is gonna catch it. And Masteryhi is out. Coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we got Dominic Smith coming up the bat for the Mets. No Mets players on base, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, here we go. So Evan got a pitch coming in for Dominic. And then he tried to swing at that one. That's strike one. That's on one. And then we got another pitch coming in for Dominic. And a catcher called that one. And that's a ball. That's a 1-1. And then we got another pitch coming in for Dominic. He swings at that one. And that's strike two. And that's a foul ball. And that's a 1-2. And so we got another pitch coming in for Dominic. And I catcher called that one. And that's a ball two. And that's a 2-2. And so we got another pitch coming in for Dominic. And that's strike three. And Dominic Smith is out. And that's 3 outs for the Mets. And the score is the Phillies had 2 runs, the Mets had 7 runs. And that is the end of the 6th, ladies and gentlemen. And moving on to the 7th inning, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the Phillies' turn at the bat. Let's see what the Phillies can do. It's their turn at the bat at the top of the 7th. Alright, so we got Juan Cabrera coming up the bat for the Phillies. No free birds on base. 0 outs. Tower 7, here we go. The Collins home, we got a pitch coming up for Juan. He swings at that one. And that's strike one. That's on one. And Collins home, we got a pitch coming up for Juan. And the catcher caught that one. That's a ball. That's a 1-1. And Collins home, we got a pitch coming up for Juan. He swings at that one. Hits the dirt. And that's a base hit. And Lujan Camilo advances to first base. Now, guys, when I said it with balls, I'm talking about the baseball kind of like calls. The baseball calls. And don't try to turn into something else with it, what I'm saying into something else. And we got Kyle Sword coming at the bat for the Phillies. We got 154 on base, 0 outs, top of the 7. Kyle Sword's 0 for 2. Not good for him. And we got Colin Solomon, got a pitch coming up for Kyle. Right in his catch is done. He's on Kyle, try to swing at that one. And that's strike one, that's 0-1. And Colin Solomon got another pitch coming up for Kyle. Try to swing at that one. And that's strike two, that's 0-2. And Collins Holden got another pitch coming up for Kyle. Try to swing at that one. And that's strike three. And Kyle Schwarber is out. Coming up next to bat for the Phillies, we have Alec Bohm coming up to bat. We have one Philly player on first base, one out, top of the 7. Here we go. And Collins Holden got a pitch coming for Alec. He tried to swing at that one. And that's strike one. That's 0-1. Alec Bohm was 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a line. That's not good. And Collins Holden got another pitch coming for Alec. And the catcher called that, and that's a ball. That's a 1-1. And Collins Hunter got another pitch coming for Alec. He swings at that one. He caught that one. And Alec Bohm is out. Coming up next to bat is the MVP. 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 Two-time MVP. Bryce Harper is coming up the bat for the Phillies. We got one free player on first base. 2 outs. Top of the 7. Here we go. Come on, boys. We got Collins Holden. We got a page coming up for Bryce. He swings at that one. And that's strike one. That's 0-1. And Bryce Harper is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run. That's not bad for Bryce. And Collins Hunter got a pitch coming up for Bryce. He swings at that one. And that's 3 outs. And the score is the Phillies had 2 runs. The Mets had 7 runs. And we move on to the bottom of the 7, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mets' turn at the bat. Let's see what the Mets can do. It's their turn at the bat at the bottom of the 7. I'm gonna say this guys right here. We got James Newman coming up the bat for the Phillies. And guys, this is not a romantic live stream. This is a sports live play-by-play. Stop with all the romantic emojis and channel names. So coming up the bat for the Mets, we have Patrick McKenzie coming up the bat for the Mets, and the Mets players on base. 0 outs, top of the bottom of the 7. Here we go. James Newman do a picture for Patrick, and I'll catch a card. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. And then James Newell do another picture for Patrick, and I catch a card. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-0. And James Newell got another pitch coming up for Patrick. He swings at that one. Come on, Nick has to catch that one, and he caught it. And Nick Cassia and Patrick and Patrick McKenzie is out. And the reason why I had to say that, guys, because people don't understand like what this stream is. Coming up next, the bat for the Mets, we have Lewis Gilmore coming up the bat for the Mets. We got no Mets players on base. 1 out, bottom of the 7. Here we go. And James Newell do a pitch up for Lewis, and he swings at that one. And that's a strike 1. That's 0-1. And James Newell got another pitch coming up for Lewis. But that ball hit the dirt. And that's a ball. And that ball hit the dirt. So that's a ball. And that's a 1-1. And James Newell got another pitch coming up for Lewis. And that's a foul ball. That's a 1-2. And James Newell got another pitch coming for Lewis. He swings at that one. And that's another foul ball, and it's still 1-2. And James Newell got another pitch coming for Lewis. He swings at that one. That's another foul ball, and it's still 1-2. And James Newell got another pitch coming for Lewis. And he swings at that one. Another foul ball, and it's still 1-2. Let's start with the Angels and Phillies. So yeah, that's our own game. And James Newell got another pitch coming up for Lewis. And I catch a caught that one. And that's a ball 2, and that's a 2-2. Alright, we come for your sometimes you want to cover the game, so you want to take your team out next. Because you got done with the Giants series, and then y'all next after the Giants series, so. And James Newell do a pitch up for Lewis. And I catch a caught that one. That's a ball 3. That's a 3-2. That's a full count. And Jason got no pitch coming up for Lewis. He swings at that one. Hits the dirt. And Lewis Gilmore advances to first base. Alright, coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Starlin Murphy Coming up the bat for the Mets. One Mets player on first base. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Here we go. And James Noah do a pitch up for Sterling. He swings at that one. That's strike one. That's on one. And Sterling really is 1 for 3 in the game. Not gonna good for him. And James Noah got another pitch coming up for Sterling. Not catcher caught that one. That's a ball. That's a 1-1. And James Noah got another pitch coming up for Sterling. He swings at that one. That's a strike. That's a strike 2. That's a 1-2. And James Noah got another pitch for Sterling. The catcher caught that one. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-2. And James Noah got another pitch coming up with Sterling. He swings at that one. That's a foul ball, and it's still 2-2. And James Noah got another pitch up for Sterling. And that's a ball 3. That's a 3-2. That's a full count. And James Noah got another pitch up for Sterling. He swings at that one. That's a foul ball, and that's still 3-2. And James Noah got another pitch coming up for Sterling. Where that catcher's go. And Sterling Monty is walked. And Lewis Gilmore will advance to second base. And Sterling Monty will advance to first base. Coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Francisco Lindor. Coming up to bat for the Mets, we have Mets players on first base and second base. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Here we go. And James Noah got a pitch coming up for Francisco. He swings at that one. That's strike 1. That's on 1. And Francisco Lindor and James Noah do another pitch at Francisco. He swings at that one. That's strike 2. That's 0-2. And James Noah got another pitch at Francisco. Our catcher caught that one. That's a foul ball, and that's 0-2. And James Noah do another pitch up for Francisco. That's a ball. That's a 1-2. And there's no, we got another pitch coming up for Francisco. Catcher caught that one. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-2. And James Noah got another pitch coming up for Francisco. He swings at that one. Right into the dirt. And Lewis Gilmore advances to third base. And no, Lewis Gilmore scores a run. And Lewis Gilmore scores a run. And Sterling Miller advances to second base. And Francisco Lindor advances to first base. And the score is the Phillies have 2 runs. The Mets have 8 runs. And the Mets gotta go score another run in the bottom of the 7th. Not looking good for the Phillies, man. We cannot take down these Mets. Like, really, we're about to just lose game 2. I can see it coming. Cause we're down 8-2. We down 8-2 when in this game. We down 8-2. I don't know how I'm gonna come back from this. Coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Pete Alonso coming up the bat. We got Met players on first base and second base. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Here we go. Shout out to two watching. They for 2 likes. And guys, no inappropriate, don't use no inappropriate words or romantic emojis. And this is a sports live play, not a romantic live stream. Hmm? Mm-hmm. they come back for the Phillies. We got picture of the first base situation. 2 outs here. The picture to do that's a strike one. That's on one. The picture to do that's a ball. That's a 1. The picture to do that's the ball 2. That's a 2-1. I tried to picture to do that's a strike 2. That's a 2-2. No, I'm trying to take a break. No, I'm trying to take a break by myself. Right. Underneath, I got another pitch coming up for them. Right, and he swings to that one. No, don't catch it, don't catch it. No, 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 no. That's the third out. And the score is the Phillies have 2 runs, the Mets have 8 runs. And we went on to the bottom of the 8th, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the Mets turn at the bat. Let's see what the Mets can do. It's their turn at the bat at the bottom of the 8th. Alright, guys. We have Mark Jahan coming to the bat for the Mets. No Mets players on base. 0 outs. Bottom 8. Here we go. Counter bargain. Got a pitch coming up for Mark. Right, and Mark trying to swing that one. And that's a strike 1. That's on 1. The counter bargain. Got another pitch coming up for Mark. That's it. And that catch is good. That's a ball. That's a 1-1. Okay, the ball had another pitch coming up for Mark. He swings at that one. That's a foul ball, and that's a 1-2. Okay, the ball had another pitch coming up for Mark. That's another foul ball. That's still 1-2. Okay, the ball got another pitch coming for Mark. Right, that catches them. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-2. Okay, the ball got another pitch coming for Mark. Just with that one. That is strike 3. And Mark Shanahan is out. Alright, coming up next to bat for the Mets, we have Dominic Smith. Coming up to bat for the Mets, no Mets players on base, 0 outs. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th, here we go. Alright, Connor Bogdan got a pitch coming up for Dominic. He hit that one. Catcher come on, incoming base, and Dominic Smith is out. And he's going to do, just going talking to the pitcher. Pitching change for the Phillies. Coming back with you. So you're probably really coming to bat for the Phillies. I mean for the Mets. The Mets players, and we go. The Mets players on base. Probably here we go. And so the Vegas do a picture for the picture for Patrick. You swing to that one. That is the third out. And the score is the Phillies have 2 runs, the Mets have 8 runs. And that is the end of the 8th, ladies and gentlemen. And we move on to the 9th and final inning. Let's see what the Phillies, is the Phillies turn at the bat. Let's see what the Phillies can do. It's their turn at the bat at the top of the 9th. And pitching for the Mets, we have Seth Lugo. To come at the bat for the Phillies, we have Mohawk Camille coming to the bat for the Phillies. No free players on base. 2 outs. Top of the 9th. Here we go. And Seth Lugo do a pitch up for Mohawk. And the catcher caught that one. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. And Seth Lugo got another pitch coming for home. Right in the catcher's zone. And that's strike 1. That's a 1-1. And so who was on the pitch for one? The ball went right in the dirt. That's a ball 2. That's a 2-1. And so got another pitch coming for home. He's winning that one. He's trying to get into time. Oh. And no, Camaro is out. See the way Vice's face looking like? He's about to lose again. His face looking like what's the disappointment's about to come in. This dude gonna get fired at the end of the season. I can see this coming because it's not looking great. And we got Kyle Swoon coming up the bat for the Phillies. We got no big players on base. There's 1 out. Top of the 9th. Here we go. We got Seth Hugo coming up the bat for the. It says Hugo got a pitch coming up for Kyle. He swings at that one. And he caught that one. And Kyle Swoon is out. Those are the Phillies get one more. Just like that. They ain't do so well, so they better just call the game. If they get one more out, that's it. That's the game. So we got Alabama coming at the bat for the Phillies. We got no Phillies players on base. 2 outs. Top of the ninth. Here we go. Who got a pitch coming for Allen? Fighting the catcher's go. That's a ball. That's a 1-0. Who got another pitch coming for Allen? Right in the catcher's go. And that's a strike 1. That's a 1-1. That was 0 for 4. That's not good for him. And so we got another pitch coming up for Allen. He swings at that one. That's strike 2. That's a 1-2. And so we got another pitch coming for Allen. Strike 3. And that's the game. And the Phillies lose 8-2. The Phillies lose 8-2. And the Mets get the 31 win. And the Phillies get the 26 loss. And the Mets advance to 31-17 on the season. And the Phillies advance to 21-26 on the season. Well, we Phillies cannot get a win. We cannot beat the number 1 team in the NL East. So the rest of game 1 and 2. And we got one more game tomorrow. If we don't win that one, we get swept by the Mets. So yeah, they got Virginia into the stream and all that good stuff, guys. I don't know if I might see tomorrow's game. I don't know, but we'll see. Oh yeah, guys, I am gonna definitely see tomorrow's game. So I hope the Phillies can win tomorrow, cause I hope they can win tomorrow, and all that good stuff. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another Phillies at the Mets for game number 3 of the 3-game series tomorrow at 7:08. And I hope to see y'all there, and hope the Phillies get a win. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, and I will see you guys tomorrow night for another Phillies live play-by-play. Bad loss to the Phillies. You can never win against the Mets.